Today we're answering a timeless and slightly passive-aggressive commandment from the Bible. Honor thy father and mother, which sounds great, but what if your father and mother, or just one of your parents, is the emotional equivalent of a toxic dumpster fire? Let's dive into it. Hi, I'm Maddie, and welcome to the Anti-Alienation Project. Here I talk about a certain form of child psychological abuse that I went through for 20 years. This abuse really entails one parent manipulating the child to reject their other parent. It is long-lasting, causing severe and predictable self-destructive effects in that child. It's my hope to educate the public and to wake up other alienated kids to the reality that they're living in. Exodus 20:12. Honor your father and your mother, so that you may live long in the land of the Lord your God is giving you. Nice. Sounds good, but nobody talks about the subtext. Which land? And can I pick a different zip code? Because if I keep honoring my parent the way that they taught me to, I will be living in a constant hellhole. Codependency, guilt, shame, passive aggression, manipulation. I might not live long anywhere if that's what it means to honor my parent. Before making this video, I wanted to do a little research, and it turns out people online are quite curious about this topic. I wanted to add what one person on Reddit said, that it isn't just children who have to respect and honor their parents, but also that children need to honor and respect their children as well. Keep in mind that these commandments and the advice that Paul is teaching here is one that's being followed by a family that is following God completely, not just when it serves their purpose. But first, let's figure out what it means to really honor your parent. So let's be clear. The word honor doesn't mean enable. It doesn't mean obey. It doesn't mean accept abuse or mistreatment. In ancient Hebrew, the word honor actually means to give weight to take seriously. It's about acknowledging the role someone played in your life, not endorsing their behaviors. So if your parent played a role of breaking down your self-esteem, for instance, or hurting you again and again, or if your parent was your original bully, the villain in your story, then guess what? Honoring them just might mean making sure that nobody else in your life will have to experience the same harm that you did. When I say toxic parent, what do I mean? It can be interpreted in a bunch of different ways, but what I mean is somebody who is not grounded in reality. It's someone who uses manipulation as a love language, invalidates your reality like it's their daily hobby, weaponizes guilt and shame, and reacts to your boundaries like it's a personal attack. You can ask yourself a few questions if you're still wondering if your parent is emotionally mature, toxic, dysfunctional, whatever label you want to give it. They hurt you. Does your parent call you selfish when you express your opinion or your needs that they haven't met? Do they get offended when you have a different opinion than them? Do they love bomb you and then suddenly go silent? Growing up with a parent like this isn't just tough. It often creates complex PTSD. That's complex post-traumatic stress disorder. CPTSD is often caused by a person's inability to escape ongoing abuse and trauma. It might span months or years, and you're unable to escape. CPTSD can show up as emotional dysregulation, chronic guilt or shame, hypervigilance, difficulty trusting or attaching to others, and the constant belief that everything is your fault. It's often misdiagnosed, but if you suspect that you have been through this, it's worth having an appointment with a therapist who specializes in trauma. I believe the most important way that you can honor your toxic parent is by not becoming them. Healing is honoring them. Breaking the cycle is honoring them. And yes, sometimes even no contact is honoring them. Here are 5 ways to honor a toxic parent without becoming your parent. Number 1, set boundaries. By setting boundaries, you're actually doing your parent a very kind deed, although it might not feel that way. You're telling them, this is not acceptable behavior. It is not acceptable to hurt me in this way. And you're not enabling their abusive behavior like probably a lot of other family members do. If you've grown up in an environment feeling like you're walking on a tightrope, setting boundaries might feel really foreign to you. It might feel like you're being rude. You're not. These boundaries, they're more like fences. They can change if the other person changes. Number 2, breaking the cycle. Healing yourself and your own inner trauma, your own inner child. It's not just self-care. It's leaving a new legacy for the rest of your bloodline. When you go to therapy and you decide that this ends with me, I'm going to do something different and better for my kids, for the next generation, that is powerful work that can help heal your lineage. And that's not to say that you can't be grateful for things that your parent or parents did for you throughout your life. You certainly can be grateful for all the good while still acknowledging that I want to be better. 3. A way to honor your toxic parent is to tell the truth. Telling the truth is not dishonoring your parent. Telling the truth is standing up for yourself and for that child that never had a voice. In fact, silence is what allows this abuse to repeat itself and to continue into the next generation. So by speaking up, even if your voice is small, even if your voice shakes, that's when you are honoring your parent. And not only your parent, you're honoring all of your ancestors by saying, I'm going to do better for you guys. I'm going to change things for you guys because you couldn't do it. And that's okay that you couldn't do it, but I'm going to do it now. Number 4, another way to honor your toxic parent is to mourn the parent you never had. If you didn't get a safe home, if you didn't get unconditional love, if instead you got gaslighting and guilt tripping with a side of trauma stew, then let yourself grieve. It's not weakness to grieve a parent who you always wanted to love you and show up in a different way, and they could not meet your needs. It's not weakness, it's strength. It's strength to be able to feel your emotions and process them so that you can do better for your own kids. And going back to the Hebrew definition of honor, to give weight to. By setting boundaries, telling the truth, and grieving the parents you never had, you are giving weight to the parents you had. The 5th, final, and most important way you can honor your toxic parent is to not become them. If they chose control, you choose compassion. If they chose manipulation, you choose to tell the truth. If they blamed everybody else but themselves, you choose to take responsibility, ownership. Nobody's perfect, and we're all healing. But I think that not becoming your parents and choosing to leave a new legacy for generations to come is the best way to honor a hurtful parent. You honor your toxic parents by not remaining small to protect their egos, but instead growing into the version of yourself that is whole, that is free, that version of you that they tried to suppress. If this hit a little too close to home, that's okay. You're not alone. You're not broken. You're just someone who survived and now trying to make the best of the situation, trying to reshuffle and redeal the cards that you were dealt. If this video resonated with you, if you found it helpful or insightful, please like the video, subscribe to my channel, and turn on the bell notification so you never miss a video. Leave a comment below. I'm interested to hear some of the most unhinged things people have told you in regards to your parent and honoring them. And don't forget to hydrate. Emotional healing is a full contact sport. I'll see you next time. Bye.